Hey, friend, listen. No matter what, you have to always listen to your intuition and follow your gut instinct and do what you feel that your soul needs to do in any circumstance. Don't allow anybody to try to convince you to go against your intuition. Don't let anybody dictate what you should and should not do with your own life, because I guarantee you, if you ever let somebody else's opinion and their perspective to dictate your actions and your life, you will 9 times out of 10 be led to disappointment if you're going against your intuition. Okay? Because listen, and you also got to be careful on the advice. If y'all wondering what I'm doing, this is astringent, and then I got like some cotton balls, and I just put the astringent on my face, and then you just do this to get the dirt up. Yeah, my grandma taught me that, so very helpful. But anyway, back to my topic. So anyway, basically, you also want to be careful on the advice that you take from other people, because not everybody that is giving you advice actually has your best interest at heart. Some people will intentionally give you bad advice because they secretly, sadistically want to see you suffer. They want to see you not doing better than them. They want to see you settling in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they are a person that is settling, they want to see you settle as well. Like, they don't want to see you doing good or better than them. So you really got to be careful who you take advice from. And especially when it comes to like dating and forming relationships and wanting to get married, where let's say whether you are male or female, doesn't matter, your sexual orientation doesn't even matter. If you are a person where you feel like you need to date older people because you yourself you don't fit in very well with your own peers, like the people your age, you can't really date them because you don't feel like you can connect with them in the best possible way. You feel like you are much older mentally than people your physical age, and you just feel like you have more in common with people that are older than you, and you feel like that is the type of people that you need to date and build and start a life with and have a relationship with. And if you feel that deep down into your spirit and you're like, you know what, like, I just feel like I need to date older people, I just don't like dating people my age, and I definitely don't want to date somebody younger than me, you need to stick to that. Because let me tell you, speaking from experience, I have told this to myself, but I have allowed, and that's my own fault, I've allowed other people's opinions, of people that I have trusted, to basically encourage me to basically go against my own will, go against my own intuition. Like, basically, my siblings that I trust, and I don't deal with my siblings anymore. I have 3 of them. I don't deal with any of them anymore. But basically, I had siblings that tried. 2 of my siblings told me that, no, you need to go. When I mentioned to my older, and I'm the youngest, okay, so when I mentioned to my older siblings that I wanted to date somebody older than me, that I don't really like dating people my age, I'd rather date older, then one of my siblings basically told me, like, no, you know what, you should. But actually, both of them told me this. They told me the same exact thing. They both told me, they're like, no, I feel like maybe you should go ahead and just date somebody that is your age, because that way you'll all be able to build together and build your life together, and you all will be able to grow together, and yada yada yada. And it's because one of my siblings is married, and is married to someone that is their age, right? Actually, they are a year older than their spouse, but you know what? A year apart, y'all is damn near the same age. So, so that's that one, and they've been building together, of course, like that, because they met in college. But I mean, that's working for them. It's working wonderful for them, but it may not always work for everybody else. Now, the other sibling that is not married and is not in a committed relationship, this one is single, basically told me, like, no, I think you need to go ahead and just, they said this, keyword, no, I want you to date somebody younger so that way you can build with them. I want you to do this, keyword. So when a person says, I want you to do this, they're not going after your best interest. They're going after their best interest. They basically, this sibling wanted me to do something that they felt that they wanted for me so that their ego would not be bruised, would not be offended, and that they didn't have to deal with the type of envy if they were to see me dating somebody that was older. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you this, the same sibling that said that to me, it's difficult for them to, this sibling wants to date people older than them, but older people don't even give them the time of day. Older people don't even, want to, hold on. Older people don't even take this sibling seriously because they may attract them physically, but the minute that they open their mouth and they start having conversations with them, the older person realizes, nah, like this person is not mature enough for me to date them. I don't want to deal with this. I need to date somebody that is more mature. It's someone that I can connect with on an intellectual level. So because this sibling is upset at the fact that they want to date older, but they cannot get somebody older, then now they're feeling inadequate, they're feeling inferior. So to see their younger sibling dating somebody that's older and actually attracting someone that's older, actually able to be on the same intellectual level as someone that is older, that is making that sibling feel inadequate and feeling even more inferior, because they're like, it's kind of a, if I can't have it, then neither can you. Because let me tell you, these people, they want for you to do good, just not better than them, because they just, it's a competition. They just want to feel like they're better than you. So yeah, and there was this one moment where I ended up, taking their advice and thinking, okay, you know what, maybe there are like, and I was telling them, I was like, you know what, I haven't really found anybody that's younger my age that actually is mature enough. And they're saying, well, you know what, there is still, mature people your age, just you don't have to always go older. I'm like, yeah, but those are far and few. It's hard to find that, you know. So I'm having this in the back of my mind, and then a young person comes around, and I decide, you know what, let me go ahead and just try this person out and give them a chance, because they may be more mature, they may be my speed. Just tested it out. Completely went against my intuition, and that person traumatized me, scarred me for fucking life. So the moral of the story is to always listen to your intuition, to always trust what you feel you need to do, and don't allow someone that is settling in their own life to try to tell you what you should and should not do. Do not allow someone that is damn near super insecure, has low self-esteem, and someone that is very much envious of you try to tell you what to do and dictate your life. Because people that are envious of you, they will intentionally, purposely give you poor advice, give you advice that they know is not going to be the best thing for you, because they secretly want to see you fail. They secretly do not want to see you succeed, because watching you succeed is going to make their ego bruise even more, because their ego is already feeling triggered and bruised just by your mere presence. But by watching you succeed, it's going to make your presence is going to affect their ego even more. It's going to trigger them well beyond how they're already feeling. So if they're basically trying to protect themselves from feeling even more envious of you, they're trying to protect themselves from their ego getting bruised even more. They're only trying to protect themselves, and they're only after their own best interests. So they're like, because I cannot accept your life and you succeeding and you having a good life, I'd rather encourage you to settle for less, so that way I feel better about watching your life, because I just don't have the strength and capacity to watch your life and watch you succeed. And there is no way that I can be comfortable with that, or I can be happy with that. It's sick, right? It's so fucking sick. Because your siblings are supposed to want you to have a good experience when it comes to dating. And especially if your siblings know that you are very mature for your age, you are wise well beyond your years, and you may be a young person, you may be in your 20s in your physical age, but your mental age is like in your 50s or 60s. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're way up there. So it's like, at that point, you have to go with what is true for you. Because it's your life at the end of the day. Because if you date down, you're stunting your growth, you're hindering yourself, you're holding yourself back. But if you date older, you're allowing yourself to grow, you're allowing yourself to expand, because you have the wisdom, you have the experience, you have the maturity. They just have the years. They have the physical years, you have the mental years, you have the spiritual years, and it'll basically be a match made in heaven. You don't want a match made in hell because you're going on a downward spiral. You want a match made in heaven, so you're going to go on an upward spiral. So always listen to your intuition. Always trust yourself, and be very discerning on if someone is trying to give you poor advice. And know that if they are not in the position that you want to be in, do not take their advice. Period.